I see that a lot of new opportunities are popping up now, and it's the latest hot topic now in NFT land. And you mentioned that you come actually from arts, and I see that as a beautiful cross section of arts and technology, which actually didn't exist before, where you can put a piece of art online and have it in digital form and sell it as an NFT. And the fact that with smart contracts you can program royalties into it, or certain conditions that happen when you buy it, or something that is attached to the real world with buying the NFT. So it's an amazing thing, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts on this whole space.
I think NFTs are great. I really do. I think it's really exciting seeing what people are doing. It's a little bit like the way we use notarizing onto the Ethereum blockchain, where we're creating a certificate or a set of attributes, or we're acknowledging something that has happened, that is complete, and we are publishing it onto the Ethereum blockchain. And this is NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, which are unique tokens. So the creators are defining something brand new, something totally new, unique. There's a couple of complicated aspects about it, about whether something is fungible or non-fungible, so you can fractionalize it or not fractionalize it. So what's happening is people are creating NFTs which are non-fungible, which are supposedly non-fractionalized, but they are
Which
selling
basically
them
means
to...
one out of one, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. So it is a unique thing, but people are buying it jointly. So you could have a bunch of skateboarders buying a skateboarding NFT type thing, and they own it together. So they are fractionalizing something that was purpose built to be not fractionalized, just by in how their shared ownership is. So there's all these different things happening around digital assets and NFTs.
Yeah.
And then we see this route to market for, I would say they're digital entrepreneurs. Some of them are visual artists creating new types of work specifically for an online community. So when you see the work, it is distinctly made to some of the best work anyway. It's not just like a painting that someone's taken a photo of and then, launched on an NFT website. You can do that too. But I think the most significant and most impressive work is work that particularly addresses the digital world, the online world, the fandom, the gaming communities, whatever kind of online community there is. And there's some interesting stuff happening, like clout art, NFTing particularly successful tweets or Instagram posts, or
I heard about that, yeah.
So like incidents or events that can be captured through social media, and that NFTing that, and you can. So if a social media post, like an Instagram post, I mean, if you follow a celebrity or something like that, you may have gotten a notification in your timeline. So you don't own it; it's just on your timeline.
Yeah.
Whereas if you create an NFT of something, it can be owned, and you can own something of that moment in a very digital expression of fandom. It's quite conceptual, but I think we can see it in sports, or the fact of you could have watched a football match or been there, and isn't it more impressive to have been there and you had that experience and you've saved the ticket and then you gave it to your son or something like that, or your daughter, whoever is like your football thing. So that football memorabilia, it becomes imbued with this sense of I was there, or I experienced that, or and then what does that mean in the online world when anybody can, let's say, go back, and as long as the the account is still there, it hasn't been blocked or whatever, you can still see it. But so this idea of ownership and authenticity and honoring a moment, or I mean, when we're talking about we spoke earlier a little bit about digital twins. Is Marcus Rashford, the player, separate to Marcus Rashford, the Twitter person, account owner, which may or may not be managed, right? And I don't mean that as saying anything. I think he's a very authentic person. But he's recently gone through an experience with the football match and the backlash or reaction on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook. There's a massive backlash against him and his colleagues, which took on a sort of separate life of its own. And so any number of the aspects of that real life event in a match and the follow-up online, all connected, make that quite a significant event, I think, given that it was in England, and Priti Patel came out saying it was shocking, having issued some pretty challenging statements prior to that. So all these contradictory aspects are all in the mix. And so there's the game, there is the outcome of the game, there is a fan backlash, there are statements uttered across social media and shared across social media with further reactions, and any one of those can be considered valuable or important in a certain time if you're a football fan, right?
Yeah.
And then similarly, we could say the same about movies or the start of a war. If you think about the start of the Second World War, is it the Second World War? No, maybe it's the First World War. But the guy killed the king, right? First one. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm a coder. So yeah, this one thing happened in one city, and shocked the ripple effect of something like that. So any of those people in that crowd there that day could have tweeted something or made a record of something that becomes so valuable into the future, that can be acknowledged or can be a value. Well, the thing about creating an NFT is that you're putting it in the marketplace and a value is assigned it, and that is either validated through sale or it's not. So you're monetizing things, you're commercializing events and moments, and so everything comes back to, in NFTs, it comes back to value.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.